Welcome, I'm Chris Douth from Rapid CRM. In this video, I'll take you through a demonstration of how MaxActivityAnalysis can help you analyse the activities and productivity of your sales staff. At the end of the video, I'll also show you how to download and install MaxActivityAnalysis. Many of my clients have asked me how they can review what their sales staff are up to, so they can focus on how to improve sales results. There are no standard Maximizer reports to provide this type of information, but fortunately, Maximizer provide developers like us the tools to customize reports to meet your specific needs. After consultation with many managers, we have created MaxActivityAnalysis. This utility provides Maximizer users with the ability to extract and analyze critical information such as tasks, appointments, notes, and opportunity information. If this standard MaxActivityAnalysis report doesn't meet your exact requirements, we can modify the program to be specific to your organization. Before we run the report, let's have a look at what we are analyzing. Maximizer users, and the one we're looking at here is access rights. MaxActivityAnalysis is only going to look at Maximizer users where the sales representative box is ticked. This allows us to focus purely on sales staff. When we look at opportunity information, we're going to be looking at the start date and the close date in terms of new opportunities and opportunities that have been won, lost, abandoned, or suspended. We're going to be looking at the revenue, and particularly we're going to be looking at the leader. So the leader is a bit like the user in that this is how we determine which user is doing what. We're also going to be looking at completed tasks and appointments. Manual notes, that is notes that have been added manually through Maximizer. And we're also going to be looking at phone notes, which are notes that have been added through the phone simulator in Maximizer. So let's run MaxActivityAnalysis to analyze the users in this database that are sales representatives. Once configured, MaxActivityAnalysis doesn't need Maximizer to run. However, for convenience, I've added an icon on my Maximizer toolbar to initiate the report. I've configured MaxActivityAnalysis at the moment to look at the Ascona tutorial database, which is a sample database provided by Maximizer when you install the product. Because of the lack of data in this particular database, I'm going to set a fairly large time frame here for the report, but typically you might set it for a week or a month. So all we need to do is set the dates and click on Analyze and open Excel. The program will extract all the information that is covered by the date range and the other criteria, and it's going to open up an Excel spreadsheet. The first sheet it goes to is the results by user. This is opportunity information in dollars in terms of abandoned, lost, new, suspended, and won opportunities by user. MaxActivityAnalysis displays this information in a pivot chart. If you're familiar with pivot charts in Excel, this is a great way to dynamically analyze the data that's presented to you. If you'd prefer to see this information in graphical format, we can click on Results by User Chart. The other important information that we've extracted in our program is activities by user. So this is actually numbers of activities in terms of opportunity information, tasks and appointments, manual notes, and phone notes. Again, if you would prefer to see this information in graphical format, we click on the Activities by User chart. So that's it in a snapshot. A very easy and powerful way to look at the activities of your sales staff. If you're interested in downloading and installing a trial version of MaxActivityAnalysis, I'm now going to cover the process of downloading the install files, setting up and running the program. The easiest way to start this process is simply to go to the Rapid website, which is rapid.com.au. Navigate to the products page, and under Max Activity Analysis we have a button here that says Download Trial. The install files are encapsulated in a WinZip self-extracting zip file, which means what I want to do here is click on Run and run WinZip to extract 3 install files to my hard drive. When prompted, click on Run to open the WinZip screen. From here we simply click on Unzip. As you can see, we've unzipped the install files into a default folder called C:install MaxActivityAnalysis. Before running unzip, you have the option of changing this folder. But let's go and see what's happened here. So on my C drive under Install, I have a folder created called MaxActivityAnalysis. To install the program, I simply click on setup.exe and accept all defaults. So now if we browse to our program folders, we will see that MaxActivityAnalysis has been added as a folder. To run the program now, we simply click on MaxActivityAnalysis.exe. Now again, you can add a shortcut onto your Maximizer toolbar to point to this file, or you can simply send it to your desktop to create a shortcut on your desktop. For now, I'm just going to run it from Windows Explorer. The first time you run MaxActivityAnalysis, it'll create some configuration files for you, and it's telling us we're on a trial here. If you have purchased a token, we can click on the I have a token button, but for now I'm just going to continue the trial. Before we run the program for the first time, we need to tell MaxActivity which database we're using, the server it's located on, and some other login information. So I'm going to click on Setup. This information here can be found in Maximizer itself. If I click on File, Open Address Book, at the bottom down here it's going to tell me the details of the server and the actual database without the MAS. So in this case my server is Tecra and my database is Ascona Tutorial. Now if you're running an instance on your SQL server, it is important to put it in here. Typically you might have an instance called Maximizer. In that case you would put the name of the server and the instance. In this case I don't, so I'm going to leave that instance out of here. Generally when we give the report program access to our data, we will generally use the master password to make sure that we get access to all the data we want. So I've configured the program, and just to make sure that those settings have come through, I'm going to exit out and come back in again. And I'm continuing the trial. So now we're back to the point where we can run the report. So really that's it. Download, extract, install and configure, and you're ready to use the program. MaxActivityAnalysis is $90 per PC. If you want to purchase the product, contact your local Maximizer business partner or contact us here at sales@rapid.com.au. Thanks for your time, and I hope you enjoy using Max Activity Analysis.